Here we go, guys. Suikoden 5. This is the only mainline Suikoden I have not played. So it's going to be fun checking it out for the first time. Actually, I did that with 2 on this channel as well. But let's get started. I'm really excited to get through it before Eiyuden Chronicle comes out this April. So let's jump right in. Name my character, and we will get started with the game.
Prince! There it is! Falena!
Finally home. I'm really not sure how to feel about this, though. After all we've been through.
Yeah.
Leon, you must feel like your burden's been lifted a little, huh?
But Lady Saya leads. I've never once thought being the prince's bodyguard was any kind of burden. Whether in the Imperial capital or away, I'll always gladly do whatever it takes to protect the prince.
Being a bodyguard is different from babysitting. Make sure you don't overprotect him.
I'm not babysitting anyone, George. And even if I was, so long as the prince is safe, that's all that matters.
Isn't my nephew a lucky boy, then?
Sure is.
Oh, George,
What?
when we get back to Falena, you'd better watch how you talk. Be polite and use the proper forms of address, okay?
You know you are ever so right, Leon. George may have forgotten, but I am the younger sister of our glorious queen. One's language must always reflect one's social standing. Wouldn't you agree, Sir George Prime of the Queen's Knights?
Aw, shut up, Sileads.
How dare you address royalty that way?
Well, that's the George we all know and love, so he can get away with it when it's just the 3 of us. But if Her Majesty hears a Queen's Knight addressing the prince improperly, there will be trouble, George. And think of Ferid, too. After all, he's the one who recommended you to the Queen's Knights in the first place.
Huh. Don't worry. I'm used to court service, you know. I can take care of myself. But geez, lighten up. I thought the Queendom of Falena had more of a laid-back reputation than this.
Considering the fact that they let someone like you become a knight, I think it's laid back enough. But even I'm afraid of my own sister right now. We really can't afford to make Arshtat mad. Look sharp now, guys. We're about to arrive.
All hands, prepare to dock! I haven't been in this country for too long, so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this kind of a pathetic welcome for the Queen's sister and the prince?
Yeah, well, what else can you expect? In Falena, male royalty aren't in line for the throne, so they aren't very important. And neither am I, apparently.
Royal Highness, Prince Caslin, and Lady Sileads have returned. Prince Caslin, Lady Sileads, welcome home. So, back from Lord Lake. You must be exhausted. How was your trip? Don't even ask. Just want to pretend it never happened. Pardon? Just never mind. I see. In any case, Queen Arshtat is waiting. Please, if you would, make your way to the Sun Palace. Looks like a pretty inconvenient town to navigate.
His Royal Highness the Prince and Her Royal Highness Sayaleeds have returned.
Ah, you're back. You're looking well, my boy.
Please stop, Father.
What's the matter, son? Am I embarrassing you? Just a little show of affection between father and son. It's no big thing.
Your Majesty, I think perhaps you better stop before you crush him.
Ah, Sayaleeds. I'm glad to see you looking well, too. George, Leon, thank you for seeing the prince home safely.
Yes, of course, sire.
Your Majesty, Commander of the Queen's Knights, George Prime, returning to post, sire.
George, what in the world's gotten into you?
I don't know. I was told to mind my manners.
You never were one to listen to other people's advice, so why start now? But on second thought, though, a little bit of prudence might be in order while you're back in the Imperial capital. More than a few nobles aren't very happy with you, being a newcomer at all.
All right, I'll try to watch it. Wouldn't want to get you in trouble, Your Majesty.
Thanks, George, but I don't think you will have to worry too much about that.
Pardon me, Your Commandership. Shouldn't we...
Ah, yes. You're right. Your mother, I mean Her Majesty, is waiting for you. You should hurry along and see her now.
But, Your Majesty, we,
Sorry, now's not the time. I know what you've all seen, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. Our first priority is to see Her Majesty.
What did they see?
His Royal Highness the Prince and Her Royal Highness Sayaleeds have returned!
Oh, I've been waiting for you. Don't be shy. Now come closer. Let me get a good look at you.
Your Majesty, I have returned.
Oh my, such formality. You can call me Mother, you know. But then again, it does indeed make me very proud to hear you speak so gallantly. Sayaleeds, thank you for all you've done. I wasn't quite so worried about the prince, knowing that you would be with him.
No need to thank me. I love my nephew too, you know.
And thank you too, George. I'm grateful that you took on this task, hardly worthy of your talents.
No thanks necessary, Majesty. Protecting the royal family is my sworn duty as one of the Queen's Knights.
And you, Leon.
Yes?
You're doing a fine job as the prince's bodyguard. Well done. I'm sure the day will soon come when you'll be promoted to a full-fledged Queen's Knight.
But, Your Majesty, I already consider it a great honor, one I hardly deserve, just to be allowed to be His Royal Highness's bodyguard.
It is such a great relief to me to know that the prince is in such good hands. please continue to take good care of him.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Now then, please report on your visit to Lord Lake. What's the matter? Simply tell me what you witnessed there. Arshtat.
Are we going to play it as a flashback? Or are they just going to flashback?
This is Lord Lake?
One of the most beautiful towns in the Queendom of Falena? Known for its pristine waters and lush woods? Damn. I heard it was bad. I never imagined it was this bad, though.
Yeah, this is definitely Lord Lake. The town that used to be one of the most beautiful places in the Queendom. At least it used to be.
I thank you for traveling such a great distance. My name is Talgil. I've been somewhat of a town representative here, ever since his lordship passed away. I would love to offer to show you around a bit, but sadly, this town needs no guide. As you can see, there is nothing here but scorched dirt and bleary townsfolk. I'm afraid our residents might be rather impolite to you at times. I do hope you can forgive them. If anyone deserves punishment for this, it's me.
Okay, so that's just what he said. And we do get to play it. That's our tutorial, I guess. It's hot. It's so hot. My tummy hurts. Are you alright? Hey, wake up. Talk to me. A doctor? I thought... Or else, Don't tell me you came all the way here just to shut me up. Oh, right. You're the royal inspection party. Well, how do you like it? Enjoying all that scorched earth? Who are you? Oh, come on. Just because these people never see a doctor doesn't mean you never have. Now, either arrest me or get the hell out. Did we do something wrong? I mean, besides all this, you're upsetting my patients. If they're happy to see you, they're weak enough as it is. And your being here is not helping. I see. All right, then. Let's go. Sorry to bother you, miss. Just forget it. Alright, where to now? What is this? Some kind of road? No, not unless they sail down the roads around here. This used to be a canal, filled with beautiful sparkling water. And it dried up so fast they didn't even have time to move their boats? Man.
How horrible.
So tragic. To see something so magnificent reduced to this.
What's this?
It's Rovere's mansion. Rovere used to be the lord of this region.
Huh. I've heard that name before. That's right. He and his entire family were executed, weren't they?
Let's go in.
All right.
Unbelievable. This is even worse than the rumors.
That used to be a lake. The water was so clear you could even see the fish on the bottom. There were so many ducks and geese, too. And over there was a deep forest. We were just kids the last time we were here, so we wanted to go explore it, of course. But just as the prince and I were about to set out, his attendant stopped us. Ferid yelled at us later, remember? You're not supposed to let them catch you, he told us.
Yeah, sounds like Ferid.
Lord Rovere said the same thing and laughed. What in the world could have happened here?
Unfortunately, this town has indeed felt Arshtat's wrath.
What's that about?
Huh? Is something wrong?
They seem to be panicked about something. Let's go check it out.
Look, I'm going. That's that. No. I said no, Rose. What's going on? Is something wrong? Keep moving, guys. It's not your problem. Gosh. It's one of the children. He left for the forest watering hole and hasn't come back. Dangerous. That beast out there. I told him to stay away, but he just wouldn't listen. Hey, it's not the kid's fault. He's just looking for a little clean water. His friends need it. Gonna go look for him. Don't try to stop me, Talgay. I said no. Have you seen those beasts these days? They'll devour you. You're not going. So, what are you saying? We just leave Tom out there to die? It's not what I'm saying. Could you wait here, Prince? I want to go look for the boy. You. Can't let you do that. Huh? But what about the boy? He's right, Leon. You're supposed to be his bodyguard, after all. Where he goes, you go. So come on, Castle, let's go. Okay.
Just a moment. We can't let you do this. It would be too...
Yeah, this has nothing to do with you guys. Now, if you'll excuse me. Excuse me? Does it really matter who saves the child from certain death?
Trust me, we can handle this. Do this sort of thing for a living. Very well, then.
Talgil,
What are you? Good luck, and thank you. Ah.
to be honest, I don't really want to ask you to do any favors. But if it's for Toma's sake, better bring him back in one piece. Okay, didn't know if we could have him join us for it. So we can't check that. Look, water. He must have come here. Looks like maybe something tried to attack him, and he ran off. But why come all the way out here?
Do you see any other water around?
Good point. Come on, you ought to be close by.
Prince, over there!
Oh, okay.
Ulls, attacking people?
Gotta save him.
Prince, wait!
There he goes, rushing into things again.
Damn.
Simple enough.
How strange. I don't think I've ever heard of Ulls attacking people before.
They sure looked awfully hungry.
Are you alright?
Huh? Don't touch me!
Hey, don't disrespect the prince!
So you're the prince, huh? Grandpa said you were coming, but I didn't think you'd have the guts. Me? How dare the Queen's family even show their faces around here? Who do you think brought all this to Lord Lake anyway? Even those animals, they started attacking people because their forest is gone. They're hungry. Who knows how many people have been killed? And all of it, it's all the Queen's fault. Ugh.
Are we the baddies? What are we talking about? We're always the baddies. And then we break away and start our own kingdom.
I see. The people of that town still cling to that dried up land, living out their pathetic existence. Arshtat? Well, I'm afraid all I can say is this. It serves them right.
Your Majesty.
But Mother, how can you?
How can I, you ask? How dare you, my own flesh and blood, ask such a question? Those people committed an unpardonable sin, that's why. For generation after generation, the Rovere family of Lord Lake had been our most loyal subjects. That's why for many years I had complete faith in them. That's why I looked upon them with such favor. But on that fateful day 2 years ago, they betrayed me in the worst possible way. They banded together and began a savage uprising, plunging the nation into confusion. They ravaged the East Palace and even stole the Dawn Rune. One of the 3 runes, the very symbols of the Falenan royal family. Such lawlessness, such treachery, such savage behavior. How could I possibly forgive them? And so I, Arshtat, the Queen of Falena, brought down my judgment and vengeance upon them by the will of Providence. With the power of this, the Sun Rune! So you see, no matter how much Lord Lake may continue to suffer, they got exactly what they deserved.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, you have every right to be angry. But in Lord Lake, the damage extends to women, children, and the elderly, people who had nothing to do with the uprising.
Yes, Mother, that's right.
Silence! Do you dare tell me I was wrong? I do not make mistakes. The Sun Rune always lends its divine protection to the just. My path is the path of righteousness. My will is the will of heaven. To defy me is to defy the sun.
Your Majesty!
Ferid.
Your Majesty, everyone is tired from their long journey. Perhaps we should adjourn for now and let them rest.
Oh. Yes, I suppose you're right. I will hear the rest of your report later. For now, you may go and get some rest.
Her Majesty has changed, hasn't she? Yeah, I'll say. Well, what are we going to do now?
Guess I'd better make an appearance in the guard room.
Well, look at you, turning into Mr. Serious. The second we get back to the capital.
You know me.
Sheesh. What are you two going to do? Like I need to ask. You better go see your little sister. Bet she's waiting for you. Yeah, I guess I'd better. Princess Limslea sure loves her big brother. Better hurry over and say hello. Yeah, you two go on ahead. Your aunt here will be taking her sister's advice and getting some rest. Good idea. Little old aunties really should go easy on themselves after all. What did you say? Hey, George. Get back here. Get back here right now or I'll... Ah. Assume we have to go upstairs. Alright, here we go. Oh, Prince Cassidy, did you see the princess? Isn't Lim here? Oh no, this is awful. We must have just missed each other. So just a little while, the princess is waiting here for you to visit. She got tired of waiting and went off with Lady Miyakis to look for you. Could you go see if you can find her, Prince? Alright, I guess we're on a mission now. Alright, JRPG standing operating procedure, so she's probably on the other side. There we go. But heavens, whatever is to be done about Her Majesty's whims? Indeed, sending the prince off to the provinces for an inspection. What could she have been thinking? Don't tell me she's considering getting him involved in politics someday. Ha! Lord Godwin and Lord Barrows would never stand for that. Third player in their little tug-of-war. Not just any third player, a royal. Royal male, no less. Ridiculous. Yes, Falean royal male. They've always been useless. Waving to the crowds, that's all they're good for. Well, that and marrying off to foreigners. Seriously, the prince is as good as deadwood. How rightly you speak.
Well, you boys look like you're having fun. If you're gonna speak your mind, you should really pay attention to where you are. You never know, some rogue knight might slip out of the guard room and come passing by. Okay?
Kyle? What are you talking about? We were just standing around having a little chat, that's all. Well, yeah. I can't exactly ignore what you're chatting about. Me being a Queen's Knight and all. You know, what about the prince being as good as dead? What? Don't be ridiculous. We never said anything of that kind. Of course not. Not as good as dead. About as good as deadwood, he said. Shut up, you idiot. Huh. Oh, deadwood. Okay, well, no one's gonna care that you said that. Not even Her Majesty. Eek! Sir Kyle, no! Please, no, I'm begging you. Please, what will it take to keep this quiet? Do a dance. Seriously, right now, do a dance. Just kidding. Look, I don't want to be a tattletale. I'm just trying not to be bad-mouthed anybody. Especially right where I can hear you. Which is pretty much everywhere. Yes, sir. Of course. We'll be good, we promise. Now, if you'll just excuse us. Okay, Prince? Leon? You can come out now. Wow. They talk like that in the halls now? You didn't have to do that. Wanted to take care of them yourself, eh? I don't blame you. But you can't take guys like that too seriously. You'll just end up looking bad yourself. All you have to do is tease them a little and send them on their way. Kyle. Oh yeah, by the way. A little late now, but welcome home. Your Highness, Leon. Thank you. Hey, you guys should come visit the Queen's Knight's guard room with me. Been a while, right? I'd better see the limb first. Oh, you're looking for the princess? In that case, you really should go to the guard room. You guys keep missing each other, right? Going back and forth? Well, if you wait in the guard room, she's bound to find you there eventually. Let's go. Okay, so we can't go in there. Ah, Prince Keslow. Unusual pleasure to see you here. We've come all this way. The least I can do is share a bit of knowledge about the roots. So what is it you want to know? What are the 3 runes of Falena? Ah, you mean the Sun Rune, the Dawn Rune, and the Twilight. Well, the Sun Rune is blessed, you see. Brings the Queendom of Falena prosperity. And the Dawn Rune and Twilight Rune bring the Queendom protection. So the legend says. Unlike most runes, those 3 are each unique and incredibly powerful. Especially the Sun Rune. No other rune anywhere near here comes close. Some people even say it's one of the true runes, all born together with our world, the dawn of time. Is that a rune on my mother's forehead? We see one who bears a rune upon their body. It's the ability to harness that rune's power. The water rune grants the power of water. The wind rune, power of wind. You get the idea? So you can imagine what the sun rune does. Right? The power of the sun itself. That's what Her Majesty used on Lork Lake when... It's another matter entirely. What are runes exactly? Well, in a nutshell, you probably know all about the world is made up of forces, right? Water, wind, earth, heating and combining with each other. These forces together shape everything. Now each rune symbolizes one of those forces, so they say. Of course, the rune predates humanity, so no one really knows for sure. Perhaps we should leave it at that for today. Delve too deeply into things like this would end up taking forever. Okay, back out. Okay, so we can go in finally.